Let me tell you something,
okay.
you can stay or you can leave. Mama always said if you love us.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Hueston We Have a Problem podcast. This is my first one. I've had a lot of people online be like, yo, you need to do a fucking podcast. Had a lot of my boys tell me. So also as we go through time, this is just like the little setup I got. It's not the fucking best, but as we go through, shit's gonna get better. All right, I'm gonna have the cool shit. I'm gonna be looking like fucking, Rogies and Theo and shit. You know what I mean? It's gonna be tight. But anyways, I wanted to get started, get cracking. I absolutely just am excited to start a little potty. You know what I mean? Have a little podcast. Talk to the fannies. You know what I mean? Have a good fucking time. Let y'all know what I'm all about. It's been a long time for me since I started a pod, now I am. Alright, so let me talk about a little bit of something that happened to me recently. So, a few days ago, last week, I'm eating a sandwich. Talking to the fam, you know what I mean? In the kitchen. I bite the fucking sandwich. Boom, I feel something weird in my mouth. Something hits my tongue. Pull it out, half a fucking tooth. Half a tooth was sitting in my fucking mouth, so I was like, oh, fuck. And, it felt a little weird. And I was like, oh, damn. And then I smelt the smell. And I'm not going to lie, it smelled like straight up shit. And I was like, oh my goodness, like this smells like shit. And so I immediately went over to the dentist and I said, yo, look, doc, pull this motherfuckers out. Turns out we got two pulled out because I had another one in there. So anyways, 2 teeth pulled out of my fucking mouth. I've got 2 sets of stitches. And it's kind of funny because, like, after the first night, I didn't really feel them. So I'm, like, over here doing a bunch of shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I keep forgetting that I have stitches. I've been, like, singing and doing all the shit that I'm not supposed to do. So hopefully my mouth ain't fucked up for life. I don't think it is, but that's a different story. Excuse me. Anyways, we have a really dope song coming out on Friday called Famous. And probably by the time this podcast comes out, the song will probably already be out. Maybe not. No, don't know. But this song is fucking super important to me. For several different reasons. When I first made the record, I honestly was like, I wasn't in love with it, but I was in love with what I was saying, but I wasn't in love with the record. So my boy Brandon, who produces a lot of my shit and co-writes and collaborates with a lot of the shit with me. We had made Famous together originally, and I was going through, records, and we were talking about the album that, I'm going to make, and we're in the process at this point now of making, and I'm like, I just heard that one, and I was like, and by the way, it doesn't sound the way it sounds now, and I was like, dude, the lyrics in this song are just hitting me in a different way. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like in the social media age, it's really hard. It's hard for artists. It's hard for creators. You can make the dopest fucking piece of art and it gets 2 likes and like somehow you're just doubting yourself. And so, the sentiment of the record really is just like all the likes that you get don't mean shit if you forget who you are. And I don't want to be famous anymore. So just pretty much saying like, don't do this shit for the fame, and pretty much also just saying like, just really how a lot of us creators feel and artists feel. Anyways, whatever. Back to the story because I fucking got off track because I've got the fucking ADHD or some shit like that. Where was I? Anyways, I'm probably cracking on this fucking mic. Anyways, whatever. Back to the story. So Brandon, I told Brandon, I go, dude, I love these lyrics, dude. What if you redo the production? Because I didn't like the production at the time. It was different. This motherfucker goes in there and does some ninja shit and sends me back a fucking banger, dude. And I'm like, bro, this shit is a banger, bro. A fucking banger, dude. And yeah, I decided I'm putting this one out. So that comes out Friday. Make sure you listen. Super excited about that. I think it's a special record, and I just really think that people are gonna enjoy it because all the likes that you get don't prove it if you forget who you are. Oh. Anyways, so this is the Houston We Have a Problem podcast. Obviously, I have several problems. The one thing I will say is this too. I'm just putting on some rings because I'm cool like that. So with the teeth being broken, right? I've been on antibiotics, so I haven't been able to drink. And I feel great. And, you know, look, Huey loves drinking, so I doubt that I'm going to stop drinking forever. I don't think it's going to happen. But that being said, I do feel fucking fantastic. I feel like I've had a really clear mind. I've already dropped 10 pounds, which is fucking insane. But yeah, I just feel great this week. I feel like a nice reflection, like a nice little break from the partying. And really just getting back to me, you know, and back to like a zen place of just being able to really focus on, you know, what matters, man. Like, even being in this music business, man, it's like, you know, your name starts flying around town and the internet starts buzzing about you, and you're like, you know, that can hit your ego in a certain way, and then you could kind of like take your foot off the gas and like really just kind of start coasting, you know what I mean? And forget like that whole, you know, the hustle and the drive and the thing that got people to talk about you in the first place. And the thing that you love really is that, for me, I love that. Like, I love when I'm recording. I love when I'm doing shit like this. I love when I'm making, well, not always making content. That's a different story. But I just love when I'm active and I'm fulfilling my purpose, like music. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But for me, it's like, I feel like I got to a point in the past couple months where, you know, I've been negotiating some really cool shit behind the scenes. But I've got like way too sucked into it, and like I got way too relaxed. Like I got too lax about it. Like just kind of, you know, I stopped putting out records. I kind of just like coasted on the, you know, my social media and all this shit. And it's like I started to realize like I was waking up like super unhappy. You know what I mean? I was like drinking a lot every night, and you know, just kind of like it just felt like a void. Like I just feel like there was no purpose. Like I was purposeless, you know? And I really just kind of disconnected from like my spirit. And I really understood that like you know, art and creativity is such a huge part of my life, and if I don't connect with that side of myself, you know, I kind of lose touch with my spirit. You know, my spirit needs that. My heart needs that. You know what I mean? My soul needs that. So anyways, Huey's back, baby. We got a song coming out on Friday, and my soul is reconnected. We fucking, you know, I took that bitch to the chiropractor. He said, cracked that bitch up, cracked his neck, did the fucking weird one with the legs, got the hips right. We're good. We're fucking good. Got a couple teeth pulled. No more dookie breath, baby. No more dookie breath, baby. Check it out. Mike smells great. All right? But we got a lot of great things working. Got that one coming out. I'm working on the next single after that as well. I'm just going to keep the machine going, keep it rolling, and also just like really try to launch new shit. This is the first episode of my podcast. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. As we go along, I'm going to start building it out. I'm already looking at equipment and shit online to build out a really cool kind of set up for that. And then I also have another idea with me and my boy UG. We talked today. We're going to figure that out. A podcast with me and him. Call it Hugh G. It's going to be fucking fire. That's going to be dope. We're going to talk everything from music to sports to comedy to just everything. Because me and him, when we get together, it's a fucking great time. But anyways, look, I love y'all. I'm keeping this podcast short and sweet. This is the first one. Welcome to the Houston We Have a Problem podcast. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, share the content as well, and IamHouston.com for merch. Anything Houston, and make sure that you hit up all my socials. Also, all socials are I Am Houston. And stream the music, baby. Let's go. Love y'all. Peace.
Let me tell you something, you can steal, you can leave.